Really successful people think they're better than everybody while also not thinking they're good enough. Really successful people literally act like, they really believe they're better than everybody. In the same breath, don't think they're good enough. Woo! Let's go, boys. Let's go. All right, guys, man, welcome back to another YouTube video. And today, I'm here to teach you about the 5 weird habits that make men high value. High value men have some quirks, have some things that, people might think a little weird. The poor-minded people might think it's weird. The average people might think it's weird. But if you high value, none of these things are weird to you. Let's jump right into the video. Number 1, obsessing over the little things. Guys, I cannot give you any other trait, any other habit that will make you extremely successful than to almost want to be a perfectionist. Being perfect is fake. Let me make that very, very clear. Because some people disguise laziness behind perfection. Some people think that, I'm just trying to be perfect. I want to make sure everything is perfect before I do anything. No. That's laziness, right? That's procrastination. But the people who obsess over making sure that everything is done right, making sure that you're meticulous with everything you do, this is what makes you extremely successful. High value men are extremely meticulous. We want little things to get done right. I don't care what you say, what you believe, what you hear on the internet. The way you do some things is the way you do everything. I sincerely believe that. And I will look at my life overall. I'm more of a guy that preaches well-roundedness. I want you to be very well-rounded as a man. I don't believe a high-value man is only rich. I don't believe a high-value man is only ripped. I don't believe a high-value man is only good-looking. A high-value man in my eyes is good-looking, is rich, has game, has intelligence. You can just keep listening. He is as well-rounded as possible. He has no holes in who he is as a man. You can't poke holes and say, he got a lot of money, but look, he don't got no game. Well, look, he's ripped, but he's poor. No, you can't say that about me. But that comes from obsessing over the little things, guys. I want you guys to master this trait. I want every little thing to be done as the best of your ability. I don't want to lack in any areas. Why? Because the women pick winners. I can't say this enough. I can't drive it home enough. Women are going to pick the winner. They don't know what makes you a winner, G. They just pick the winner. I know what makes you a winner. Women's choices are very binary, guys. They're very black and white. Either you have it or you don't. They don't sit up here and write notes and tell you how to become a better man. They don't know. They don't know what exactly the step-by-step guide to making you a successful man. But I do. All they know is, are you successful or are you not? They just go pick the guy who has figured this out. They pick the guy who does the little things right. And then they tell the guy who thinks that he can kick his feet up and just do what he can. They tell that guy, I'm sorry, I have a boyfriend. Sorry, can we just be friends? They don't tell the guy who obsesses over little things, the guy who's well-rounded, the guy who's not only in great shape, but has money, but has game, right? Has style, is intelligent. They don't tell that guy, let's be friends. They want more than friendship with him. So a high-value man is gonna make sure he does the little things right. I wake up every single morning, guys. I make my bed. I do 30 minutes of reading. FedEx Fearless of the past. FedEx Fearless of 3 months ago would have told you, don't read. Now I'm almost damn near obsessed with reading. Reading practical books, reading things about knowledge, reading things about finances. I have to learn. I have to compete, right? I thought I could get away with not reading, but now me being somebody who's very good at adapting, I don't think I know it all. I'm willing to call my own faults. You must educate yourself. Educate yourself the right way. Don't be reading some nonsense science fiction. Read some things about people who have accomplished great things, people who have laid the path down for you. This is what obsessing over little things means. Giving myself every opportunity to succeed as a man. I'm going to give myself every badge. I'm letting y'all know. I'm going to lead from the front, and whoever wants to come with me can come. Who doesn't, you can be average. But high value men, every little thing must be done right. Number 2, talking to yourself. Before you say, I know you, what would you say, FedEx? I don't mean verbally, I mean mentally. I don't mean you sit up here and you talk to the damn wall. I know I gotta make this disclaimer because I'm gonna have guys talking to themselves on the street, talking to themselves at the gym, and God is gonna be telling me, I'm watching FedEx. FedEx told me, no, I did not. I said, talk to yourself mentally, not verbally. I don't want you to speak out loud to yourself. I want you to have conversations with yourself. A lot of you guys don't do this. Most men, most human beings don't have any self-talk. You don't sit there and analyze your behavior, your actions within yourself. You're not self-critical. One of the most important things that will make you a man that can overcome adversity, that can look beyond any little problem you have is being very self-critical. Guys, the unsuccessful are just lazy and entitled. Most people who you see that are not successful, they're just entitled. They just have a lot of ego that is unjustified. Why? They don't have any self-talk. They're not self-critical. High value men have self-talk. High value men talk to themselves mentally. I sit up there and I have conversations with myself. Literally, it's like I got two people in my brain. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I am. It's like I have different people in my. I can literally sit up there and, okay, if I do this, how did this go? If I do this, how did this go? Then I have another voice saying, no, bro, what about this? What about this? Like I'm sitting up here, I'm very, very, very self-critical. I'm aware of how I come across. I'm aware of how I speak. It's probably why I'm so good at making videos. I am very aware of myself. I'm conscious of what I do. A lot of men are not conscious of what they do. All right, you just live. You just walk through the motions. You're not aware of the outside perception of who you are. That's why a lot of guys struggle with girls. If we're gonna keep it 100 in this video, which I always will, a lot of guys struggle with women because you're just not conscious of how women view you. You think that you look good. You think that what you wear looks fine. You think that your body is good enough. You think that your image is good enough. You think that your social media is just fine. You're not aware of your perception. Perception is reality, guys. Please understand that. What women perceive you as, they don't give you a second chance to convince them otherwise. If a woman perceives you as a lame, you are now a lame to her. She ain't gonna give you a second chance to prove. Women are that cutthroat, guys. If they perceive you as something, they won't take the time to get to know you. A lot of you guys got it messed up. You got it confused. You think these girls are gonna give you the time? They're gonna look through your one post on social media. They're gonna look for the potential in you. They don't give a damn. They're gonna look at that man boobs you got, them love handles you got, and say, well, if he just works a little harder, he can be in great shape. They don't give a damn. What you're perceived as is who you are. Women are not giving you a second chance. And in order for you to start understanding what you're being perceived as, you gotta be self-critical. You have to be able to talk to yourself, bro. Talk to your damn self. On a conscious level, guys, I'm very, very self-aware. I could be having a conversation with a girl and I can know exactly when to say, okay, you're talking a little too much. I literally can do that. I can be talking to a girl, okay, you're doing a little too much. Okay, you're acting a little too excited. Okay, I'm very, very in tune with who I am and how I speak and how I carry myself. I think a lot of guys don't have this. You on a date, you just like you gotta mow them out. Just talk. You're not conscious of how you're being perceived, what you're saying. You just talking just to talk. You gotta be able to sit there and talk. Hey, that's a little too much. Hey, calm down. Hey, you're sharing too much. Hey, you're acting too excited. You gotta be able to do that, man. Start doing that with the little things you do. I don't want you to start second guessing yourself as a man. That's not what I'm saying. I don't want you to get in your own head. That's not what I'm saying. Guys that take this advice, oh, well, FedEx, I gotta talk to myself about everything I do. Do I wipe my ass today? No, that's not what I mean. Have conversations with yourself. Be self-critical. Be self-conscious of how you're being perceived and what you're doing, what your actions are like. This will make you very, very extremely high value. Number 3, acting like you're better than everybody. Guys, I'm telling you, really successful dudes, really successful men have this kind of like personality disorder. Really successful people think they're better than everybody while also not thinking they're good enough. Really successful people literally act like, they really believe they're better than everybody. In the same breath, don't think they're good enough. Why that's so unique, guys, why I want you to be like that, I want you to act like you're better than everybody, but still think you're not you're not good enough, is because it does two things. It allows you to have extreme self-belief because you think that you're one of the chosen ones. You think that you were meant to be. You think that, God, I always knew I was going to be successful. Like I knew it. There was something in me telling me you're going to be something in this world. I just didn't know what it was until it hit me. I just always felt like I was destined to be something. Right? I just always knew like something was in me, like, bro, you gotta be something. There's something in you that the world needs from you. And in the same breath, I'm like, man, I gotta do more. I'm behind. That's just how I am. And I think that is an incredible trait. I think really successful men, really high value men, like they're never satisfied, never complacent. And I think that complacency is the greatest deterrent to success, all right? The greatest deterrent to success. Shout out my man, Nick Saban. Nick Saban is a mentor of mine. I've mentioned this before, but I used to watch his videos when I was like 13 years old. I've been a big Alabama fan, sports fan, but not so much the sport. The coach, Nick Saban, the way he speaks, the way he leads, like I literally like listen to him for guidance on how to run my business, how to teach my students. I'm like, bro, this man has it figured out. Like, and he embodies that statement. He knows he's better than, he knows he's one of the greatest coaches ever. On a week-to-week basis, it's like, what are we doing? We're not good enough. We got to do better. We got to hold ourselves accountable. And that's how successful people are. You got to know that you're called to be great, bro. You got to know that you're meant to be something else. You got to know that there's something more in you. You have to know that. You have to really believe that. And then not cut yourself any slack. The people who are the worst people on the planet are lazy, ambitious people. Lazy, ambitious people are the worst people. They're ambitious, but they don't want to do everything it takes to live out their ambitions. Those are the worst people. Or they think, I'm ambitious, but I don't got to do enough. And this is the thing, guys. And I know people who kind of have this same sentiment, this lazy ambitiousness, guys who they want to accomplish a lot, but I look at their day-to-day activity and they're not doing much. I'm like, bro, you might not think that you want everything in the world, but the fact that you're okay with just a little bit less tells me that you will never get what you want. Let me not confuse that with that statement. Let me break it down. Let's say you want to reach the moon, right? FedEx Fearless, my ambition, I want to reach the moon. I want to be as extremely successful as possible, make all the money in the world. There's no limit of money I want to make. Now, if I put every ounce of energy I have into getting to that goal, here, follow me here. What's the worst that's going to happen? The worst that's going to happen is I reach the stars. I'm aiming for the moon. I want everything the world has to offer, right? And I give every little bit of energy I got to accomplishing that goal. Worst come to worst, I'm going to reach the stars. If you're a guy that says, well, I want to be successful, but I'm okay with hitting the stars. You put just enough energy to reach the stars. Guess what's gonna happen? You'll never reach the stars. Do you follow me? So if you are okay with just enough, if you're okay with just enough, you won't even get just enough. If you're okay with making 6 figures, you probably won't even make 6 figures, or it's gonna take you a real long time. Guys, habits, activities, goals expand or decrease by the time you give them. Your goals, guys, you speak them into existence. If you tell yourself, I don't really want to make $1 million a year, I'm okay with a couple 100,000, you will barely make 100,000. Like that's how life is. You will barely make a couple 100,000. If you say I want to make 10 million a year, I'm okay with 10 million. I don't need that much money after that. You might never ever get to 10 million because your body will limit you. You will literally restrain yourself from doing what it takes to get more, because 9 times out of 10, to get that X amount of money, you got to do way more than you're doing. But you will always stop yourself. This is. I don't want to get too deep into this, man. But psychology is important, man. Psychology is important. All right, you got to know you're better than everybody else, but You gotta know you're not good enough. And if you are okay with okay, you might never even just be okay. Number 4, embracing your flaws. None of us are perfect, myself included. I'm not better than anybody else, even though I think I am, right? I have this personality disorder that I just mentioned. I think I'm better than everybody else, but I also think I'm not good enough. You gotta embrace the things that you don't like about yourself. Those are the things that make you unique. Well, what I see with guys that stop them from being successful is that they think that their problems are so unique that nobody else experiences them. Guys, let me bust your bubble. Your problems aren't that special. Yes, we all have our own unique experiences and things we go through, but everybody has that. You're not the only one that struggles with girls, bro. You're not the only one that lacks self-confidence. You're not the only one that has anxiety. You got guys literally sitting up here thinking that they're the only one that ever experiences rejection. Like, these girls don't do it to everybody. You're the only one that experiences girls flaking. Like, these girls don't do it to everybody. Like, you're the only one that experiences hardship. Like, every human being, it doesn't experience hardship at some point in your life. So embrace your flaws. Because yes, it makes you who you are as a person, but man, you're not the only one going through problems, bro. Everybody, even this IG model that you're so obsessed with, liking all her pictures, you're so into, she probably the most insecure. People who need to have a certain image about themselves in terms of posting in a certain light, they're trying to look a certain way all the time. Those are the people that are the most insecure. These girls who you think are so perfect have the most insecurities. They have to take all this time to look perfect. And no human being is perfect, guys. Everybody has flaws. And if somebody can't acknowledge that they have flaws, then they're a liar. You don't want to be that person. And don't let your flaws hinder you from accomplishing great things because you think that the flaws you have are just so monumental that nobody else goes through them. There's an African fable, right? It goes, if there was a circle of people, if all the people in the world were to gather around and list their problems, you would take your problems back. You know, that's how the fable goes, right? If everybody was to come in the circle and say, okay, put your problems in the circle. Everybody was to gather around the circle and say, put your problems in that circle. A lot of us will take our problems back. Oh, no, I'm gonna keep what I got going. It look like I got a lot more going on than me. A lot of people will keep their problems. If we all put our problems into this pot, a lot of us will take our problems back. So don't act like your problems are that monumental. A lot of people are going through hardships and adversity. Yours is not that special. Embrace it. And lastly, acting like a warrior in a garden. Acting like a warrior in a garden. I believe it was Jordan Peterson that mentioned something like this, that a man needs to be capable of violence, right? You need to be capable of violence. And the reason why this makes you high value is because as a man, as a successful man, you're gonna be threatened. Please understand it, that the more successful you become, the more high value you become. People are gonna want what you have. People are gonna try you. No matter what level you are, people are gonna try you. Do not think that you're gonna reach the mountaintop, smooth sailing, no adversity, no problems, no challenges, no confrontation. It ain't gonna happen. Human beings are extremely selfish, guys, and human beings want what you have. You're gonna deal with a lot of confrontation. You're gonna deal with people trying you. You have to be capable of violence. You have to be capable of violence. I had to call one of my students. I told him this, and like basically he's doing well with money, and I'm like, bro, and he's telling me about disrespect. People always trying him. He doesn't want to go to jail. I'm like, bro, these people need to know that you can take it there. Not that you will, but that you can. They need to know that you can. This is why I recommend all you guys learn martial arts. You have to learn how to fight. There's no other way around it. There's no other way. You're not going to be a successful guy and people don't try you. Forget that. That's a bunch of bullshit. You're not going to be successful and people are not going to poke at you. I'm not saying you go be extremely confrontational and you go be a bully. You do not want to be that, but you need to be capable of it. I want you to be a warrior in a garden. I would rather you carry your swords in that garden and walk peacefully than to you to be in a war with a garden tool. No, because the world is a war. I would rather you be prepared and stay zen. So in case anybody tries you, you can be ready because you will be tried. All right, and if you're not prepared, you might get crushed. You might get ran over. You might get bullseyed. The more successful you become, bro, a lot of men are gonna want what you have. Whether that be your woman, whether that be your business, whether that be whatever, they're gonna come for you. Don't look at that as oh my God, I don't want to be successful now. People are gonna come for me. No, prepare yourself. You're a man. You're gonna face challenges. You're gonna face adversity. And if you're capable of violence, a lot of people won't want to go there. All right, and that's it, guys. These are weird habits, weird characteristics that make men have value. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video. I'll get back with you guys next time.